What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, do me a real quick favor. See that red subscribe button down below? Go ahead and push that and show your support for the channel. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So this is kind of part 2, and there's actually going to be a third part, I believe. Office-friendly fragrances. We did 15 office-friendly fragrances. This is going to be 15 more office-friendly fragrances. Stay tuned. So alright guys, so this is going to be in no particular order, just like last time. We're just going to run through them, give you a little bit of background on why. There's a bit more cheapies this go around, and a bit more freshies this go around. So we kind of mixing it up. I don't believe there's anything niche this go around. Luxury designer, yeah, no niche. So all designers this go around. So let's jump right into it. So the very first one is one that really sparked a deeper love for fragrance for me. I've talked about it before. There's one that really did it. That's going to be in the third video that we really haven't talked about before. But this is the other one that did it in 2005 for me. This is Dolce & Gabbana, light blue. Old tried and true, compliment getter, versatile, fresh, citrusy. People like it. It's a safe DNA. It's been around for many years now. It's been 15 years since this thing released. Hard to believe. And you can still get them for a really good price. This is a 40 ml bottle. Yep, 40 ml bottle, and I don't wear it as much as I'd like to. I have a little dent in it, but not much. It gets kind of lost in the shuffle, but I'll tell you what, this is one that's great, especially if you're in a climate-controlled environment year-round. Dolce & Gabbana, light blue. So next, sticking with the blue theme, one of my favorite, relatively cheap, 30 bucks at Marshall's for a 4-ounce bottle. And it's a little louder than you would think, and I get about 8 hours with it. It's kind of the blue fragrance from the house. It's from Michael Kors. It's extreme blue. See if that'll focus. There we go. This is a very good fragrance. The cap is complete junk. On Michael Kors for Men, it holds a lot better, but I don't want to just drop it on this wood floor. But you see what I'm talking about. Atomizer leaks, puts out, but it tends to leak a little bit. But I tell you what, the juice that's in this damn bottle is great. This is my second bottle. I used to have a 40 ml of this, and I tell you what, it's great. It's people pleasing. It's very mass appealing. It's a little citrusy, a little creamy, little bit fresh spicy. No, I'll tell you what, beautiful fragrance for the office. Don't knock it till you try it. They're always at the rack stores, different times of the years. You can find them at TJ Maxx and Marshall's for about $30 for a big 4-ounce bottle like this. Strongly advise you check it out. Moving on, sticking with the fresh spicy aspect, one that you can get real cheap. $16, $15, maybe even a little more, I don't remember. When you find them at Marshall's, and you can get them for sub 20 from FragranceNet with 37% off coupon code. Z by Zegna. It's fresh spicy. It's safe. It's beautiful. It's got that really cool bottle design with that hard rubber going around it. I just love how that bottle is. They got different flankers for this series, but this is the original. It's been around for many years now. You can get it super cheap, and it's super good. It just is. Oh, very fresh, spicy. Rosemary heavy. If you like rosemary, you'll like Z by Zegna. Hermenegildo Zegna. And speaking of Hermenegildo Zegna, a favorite from the house, you can get 100 ml for $20 at the rack stores, just like you can get Z by Zegna cheap like that. This is kind of like Fahrenheit Aqua in a sense from the violet leaf, and it's beautiful. Zegna Uomo. Cannot go wrong, and I just love, oh yeah, I forgot I got a microphone there. Gotta do it over here for you to hear it. Cool bottle, even cooler scent. A little powdery. Little petrol from that violet leaf, very citrusy, performs very well for a freshie, and it's cheap. I got this 1 ounce on clearance a while back. I keep seeing the 100 mLs for 20 bucks, and I mean, it's a phenomenal price. Problem is, the reason I keep talking myself out of picking it up is I don't wear it enough. There's another one that gets lost in the shuffle, and it's a damn good one. That's the downside to having so many, guys. You'll have a bunch that you like that get lost in the shuffle because it's hard to decide what to grab or things get overlooked. And that's a shame because Zegna Uomo is a phenomenal office fragrance. It really is. Now, moving into kind of the heavy hitter of this group, really and truly, I just did a full review on this one. I'll actually put that right there. If you want to check that video out, please do, because the fragrance is phenomenal. We're talking about Dior Eau Sauvage Parfum, the 2017 formulation. This is a stunner. This is one of the classiest scents I've ever smelled. One of the classiest scents I own. One of the best staying powers of a fragrance that I have. And believe it or not, for being a pure parfum concentration, this sucker projects. Dior does great with their pure parfum concentrations. Problem is, they're never readily available. Fahrenheit Le Parfum, Dior Homme Parfum, Eau Sauvage Parfum, they're not readily available. The only one that is Sauvage Parfum right now. But if you can get your hands on this one, you will not regret it. It's the price. It's the most expensive one on the list. The tester is going to run you $110 with a coupon code online. But it's a megastar. It's a great, great fragrance. Put that right here. So another one, underrated. A lot of people seem to hate on it. And then those that let their nose tell them everything they need to know and don't let videos that they watch or reviews that they read or see make them biased before even really trying it, so they don't go into it just with low expectations. Because, yeah, it's not a projection monster. Longevity's not a crazy strong suit with it. But it smells damn good. You smell the original DNA. It's the office-friendly version of Dolce & Gabbana The One Eau de Toilette. It's Dolce & Gabbana The One Gray. I know. Some people despise this thing. I don't get it. It's a good fragrance. It really is. It's a fresh, spicy, more friendly version of The One. You smell The One DNA in there. It's not as ambery. There's no tobacco. You can kind of get a little hint in the background. That's why I say you smell the DNA. But it's office friendly. Doesn't project real heavy. You get a little bit going for a little while. Get about 6 hours-ish. You know, I don't get crazy performance, but I always bring my bottle to refresh anyway. Even ones like Eau Sauvage. I know I don't have to refresh, but I bring it with me because you never know. Dolce & Gabbana The One Gray. Don't knock it until you try it. It's actually a great office-friendly fragrance. Going right back down to a cheapie. One that I haven't talked about much lately that I love. I have a backup bottle. I've put a good dent in this bottle. I like it better than YSL L'Homme. This is a version of YSL L'Homme. It's from English Laundry. It's Riviera. It's a little powdery, very, very creamy, very sandalwood heavy. This is a beautiful fragrance. The most office-friendly from the house, in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Cambridge Night and Windsor. Oxford Blue. Those three rank above this one for me. But when it comes to the one I grab to wear the office the most, wear to work, it's Riviera. This is a great one. If you can find them at the rack stores, 15 bucks. Find them online, $30 range. Still a good price for this fragrance. Don't knock it. Don't pass it up. If you like them creamy, you like YSL L'Homme type stuff, you'll like Riviera. And then one that's kind of tame, perfect for the office. Doesn't have the power that it used to a few formulations ago. It's the original in a line. It's very good. It's like a spicy bar of soap is how I look at it, because the lavender is very, very soapy. It's Prada Luna Rossa. Not projection heavy. Decent performer. Decent projection for a little while, hour and a half. But it starts to sit a little closer to the skin. You know, it's not filling in a room. It's not going beyond arm's length for a while. It's not heavy, but it's very, very pleasant. Very good casually. Fantastic for the office. Very safe. Like I said, picture a luxurious bar of soap with some high-quality peppercorns cracked all over it. It's kind of what this smells like, believe it or not. It smells great. You can get them for a decent price, too. Prada Luna Rossa, the original. And then A tried and true office favorite, especially in the summer. Climate controlled environment, you go year round. It's been around for a long time. It's had many formulations as well. People love this fragrance. It's probably never going away. Versace Pour Homme, also known as Versace Signature. This is my second bottle. It's a 50 ml. Haven't worn it since the summer. Because I have so many, I can keep them what they're tailored for, which season they're tailored for, I keep them for that. So maybe in the spring I might bust it out a little early, because that neroli note's just beautiful in this one. But just spray it. Oh yeah, there it is. This is tried and true, another one. You cannot go wrong with Versace Signature, Versace Pour Homme. It is kind of a must-have in anybody's collection. If you got 10 bottles, this should be one of them. If you got 5, this could be one of them too. Really and truly, if you just want to wear a freshie all the time, it could be this one, Versace Pour Homme. It's a must for the office. Speaking of must for the office that don't get talked about a lot. Now, I don't know if I'm going to butcher the name. George told me there's a specific way to pronounce it, so I'm going to go with what he said. I'm going to trust in him. But Hanaï Mori for men. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. I'm sure most of you don't pronounce it that way. But if I'm butchering it, blame it on George Zaharoff. That's how he told me to pronounce this. But this is beautiful. It's powdery. The black currant in it is just gorgeous. It lasts. I get every bit of 8 hours with it. Oh, and it doesn't smell like a ton of other things. It smells like Hanaï Mori. That's what it smells like. It's very office safe. It's very floral, but it's a beautiful floral. It's not feminine in any way. This is gonna get you some compliments. It's gonna last your work day, if not most of it. I mean, my work days are like 10, 12 hours most of the time. So it doesn't really do that, but I'm telling you guys, you can get them cheap and they work. They're versatile. You can dress them up, you can dress them down, you can wear it on your day off, and you can grab it and wear it to work at the same time. Hanaï Mori. All right, let's see, moving into the last 5. All right, let me space this out a little bit. Now I got more room. So one that's not that new to the collection, but not that old either. In my opinion, it's probably the best one from the house to wear to the office. That's what I like to wear it for. It's not casual for me. It's not event going out, you know, going to dinner for me. I like to wear this one to work. It's from Happyland Studio. It's 7. I think this one's great. On my skin, it's warmer than the note breakdown may indicate. It's a powerhouse. This is all day long because it's extrait de parfum. The jasmine really comes out a lot on my skin with this one. It's so beautiful. I strongly advise everybody get a sample set from EJ. Try out some of his fragrances, especially make sure you get 7 if you like wearing, you know, relatively safer fragrances that's not going to offend anybody to work. Now, granted, you can't go heavy on the sprays with this one. 2 sprays, 3 at the most if that 3rd sprays on your chest under your shirt like I do, because the sprays are astronomically huge, as you can see. Oh, it smells so good. One of these sprays is the equivalent of 2 or 3 sprays for most atomizers. So that's why I say 2 spray it, you'll be good. It's like having 4 to 6 sprays on you, really and truly. Gotta smell it floating in the air. Almost a masterpiece from EJ. It's great. Happyland 7. Fantastic, phenomenal for the office. All right, next, an office favorite. A lot of you wear this to work. A lot of you wear this often. One of those Jeremy Fragrance hyped fragrances, you know, in his heyday, because his YouTube channel is not his focal point anymore, as you can tell. His fragrance is, and I get it. Hey, kudos to you, my friend. Have at it. Maybe one day you'll answer my messages, who knows. But anyways, fresh fabric softener with a raspberry touch, as he likes to say. Mont Blanc, Individuel. It's a stunner. If you want Creed Original Santal, just get this. It's a whole lot cheaper. 20 bucks and you get you a bottle of Mont Blanc Individuel. It is beautiful. Oh, that raspberry, it's right away in the top. It's so good. It's so fresh. It does have a fabric softener vibe with some raspberry, but it's a little bit more complex than that. That's a simplistic way to put it. It's beautiful. It's powerful. You got to be easy on the trigger. You know, I would not spray this one heavy because you'll choke somebody out, especially if it's 70 degrees and above, because this thing does really well in the cold. You can wear it year round, but I wouldn't spray it heavy in the summer. You're going to choke somebody out because this thing is potent for an eau de toilette. It really is. But Mont Blanc Individuel, tried and true office fragrance. And a phenomenal cheapie in general. Next, one that I haven't given its due because I'm fond of the eau de parfum concentration. That's my favorite. And this one's beautiful. I love rosemary, and this is rosemary heavy. Another one gets lost in the shuffle. My buddy Anthony sent this one to me months ago, and I haven't had a chance to really give it some wear. And I need to. It's a shame. It's Mr. Burberry Indigo. No, there it is. Kinda, sorta. There's my focus. Rosemary heavy fragrances. And I love rosemary heavy fragrances. Mr. Burberry Indigo. It's probably the most popular one from the line. My favorite is the eau de parfum. The eau de toilette takes the caboose for everyone. It's just what it is. But this is a damn good fragrance. If you like them fresh, spicy, which is always a good way to go at work in my opinion because I love spicy fragrances. It's kind of my thing. Mr. Burberry Indigo will fill that void. I promise you. And then now this is two of my absolute favorites to wear to work. That's why I saved them strategically for last. Kind of hard to decide which one to talk about. So I'll just jump right into this one. Salvatore Ferragamo, Aqua Senziale Blue. This is one of my favorites, guys. This is versatile. It's year-round. It's my favorite blue fragrance. It really is. It's the love child of Bleu de Chanel and Versace Dylan Blue. That's how I view this fragrance. I have a backup 100 ml. Oh, it's so good. This one's a little spicier up top as compared to the citrus heavy. That's what I love about this one. This is great. You can get them cheap. You can get 100 ml in the low 20s, mid 20s online. You find them at the rack stores. They're in that $20 range. This is a 50 ml. You can get this one in the $20 range as well. My favorite blue fragrance. If my opinion matters to any of you at all and you like blue fragrances, don't overlook Salvatore Ferragamo Aqua Senziale Blue. This is my favorite fragrance from the house. And I love the house. It's a beloved cheapie house. They're a high-end designer, but their fragrances get cheap when they hit the discounters and the rack stores. And I'll tell you what, this one's phenomenal, and I just got to do it. I love the sound of that click. Salvatore Ferragamo, Aqua Senziale Blue. And then one that may shock you that it's on my office-friendly fragrances list because it's kind of heavy projection in the opening. But it starts to get a little closer to the skin. But it smells so good, and the compliment factor is so high. It's so mass appealing. It's a great office fragrance. It's one of my favorite fragrances. Paco Raban, Invictus Aqua 2018. You want to smell good at work? You want people to talk about how good you smell? Wear Invictus Aqua. And not the super synthetic 2016. Get the polished version. I've had time to really sample the 2016, and I've had a lot of clones. I got Sensual Obsessions version, which is spot on. Big bottle of it right there. This is better. 2018 is better. Doesn't perform as well as 2016, but it's not as synthetic. This thing's amazing. This is a phenomenal office fragrance. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. You probably end up getting a bottle, and it's the king of summer in my opinion. I'll actually link that video right here. Did a full review on it months ago, early in the channel. But until next time, guys, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. Did you see some of your favorites in here? Have you seen the other video? I'll put that right there. If you want to check out the first video, 15 office-friendly fragrances. There's 15 different fragrances in that one. There's 15 different fragrances in this one. And believe it or not, there's going to be a part 3. Probably going to space it out and wait a week or so. Maybe a little longer. We'll see. I think that's a lot of office fragrances to hold you guys over for right now if you're looking for something good to wear to work. But until next time, guys, I will say, if you get your hands on some of these and you give them a spray now, it's a real good chance you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.